Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode of 3 Tanks on a Mission. It's been a while since I last posted, so why don't we start out with a review of what's going on in the tanks. First we have a 55-gallon planted tank with German blue rams and a couple other things like gourami, pearl gourami, and a couple clown loaches. The German blue rams are breeding pretty regularly on about once every 3 weeks, but I'm having problems getting the eggs to reach fry as they are quickly eaten by other members of the community tank. I'll be trying to move some of them out into other tanks shortly, some of the mated pairs, so that they can have a better chance at breeding. Next we have the 55-gallon cichlid tank. This tank currently contains 5 Jack Dempseys as well as 6 crebensis. I'm trying to get the crebensis to breed, but I'm having a similar problem. The pairs seem to have mated up, but other fish harass them too much and they can't seem to breed. I will also try to get them some privacy so that they can have better luck. Then we come over to the rack of tanks, which has experienced quite a change since my last posting. Over here we've got a colony of 12 Pseudotrophus demasoni. They're blue fish that love to hide and play. Blue fish with black stripes. They're African cichlids. There's a colony of 12 of them, which is pretty good, so no particular fish gets picked on. I'm trying to get these breeding as well. Next I have another tank of African cichlids, including some Bengay sunshine peacocks. You can see kind of the male there, blue with the bright yellow. They're all going to color up something like that, as well as 4 yellow-bellied Alberts, one of whom you can see there, although his colors are difficult to make out from this distance. These fish are just starting to reach the sexual maturity and the age where they start to get their full colors going. They'll eventually be about 5 to 6 inches, but soon enough they'll be large enough to be put in the 55-gallon cichlid tank. Next we have a convict cichlid tank. These are South American fish. All of the small fish you see in here have been born in the Beanie household. There's too many to count really. There are a couple black banded ones as well as a couple solid white ones. Next I've got a live bearer tank, including guppies, some fancy guppies, some Mickey Mouse platies, and some blue metallic sheen platies. There's a couple different species of guppies in here that are going to crossbreed. There's nothing much I can do about that, but I'm really fond of some of these guppies' patterns, especially this male right here has kind of a snakeskin red pattern. I'm hoping he's very successful in his breeding efforts. In fact, he's trying to breed with that female as we speak. Then over here I have a mated angel pair tank. There are actually 2 pairs of mated angelfish in here. The first are kind of large, maybe about 5+ inches. That's the male there in black. They're breeding pretty regularly, about once a week, but I'm having trouble getting the fry from wigglers into fryhood. I'm going to try and reset up a nursery and see if we can't do better with them. Then in this next tank, or this next partition, we have another mated pair of angelfish. I have not successfully gotten them to breed yet, though they were purchased as a mated pair, proven mated pair, so I suspect if I can increase their food regimen, they will breed soon enough. Next we have a colony of about 30 plus of orange swordtails. These guys are again live bearers. There's a couple plants in here so that when the young are born they can hide and not be eaten by their parents. There are a few young there and the colony's doing very well. Next we have what I consider my travel tank, but they're really fish that I'm kind of fond of just for their color scheme. We have a couple glowfin tetras that are actually genetically modified to interact with black lighting, so you can see this pink and purple guy here. Then there's 6 juvenile blusher angelfish. And then these blue guys in the back there are blue gourami juveniles. They're pretty fun fish. And finally we have the newest additions, which just came in today. We've got a bunch of kuhli loaches who are munching down on an algae wafer there. They've just been acclimated to the new fish tank. Water conditions have been meticulously prepared for their arrival. These guys really like to work in groups or live in groups, and they're a lot more playful when there's more of them. So I'm hoping 17 makes them feel right at home. They like to hide. Eventually they'll be headed for the main planted show tank because they love sand substrate, but for now they have to hang out here in the quarantine tank. And last but not least, we have a new addition of German blue rams. 16 juveniles that I'm going to be growing up, and they'll get a lot more color as well.